thing we do have to be very careful about. Can somebody read that slide? Let me get somebody at home to read that slide for me, please. Let me see who's raising their hand. Who at home? I need somebody participation from home. Who would like to read that slide at home?
Ryan.
Sanjay, I see your hand raised. Thank you, sweetheart. What does it say?
Some students count the first tick mark on and label the numerator as 1.
Yes. Some people, if they see 2/3, they start counting like this. 1, 2. But that is completely what? Wrong. If you are starting at 0, you take your first jump, and that is what? 1. You take another jump, and that is what? 2. You take another jump, that is what?
3.
Another jump, and you got what? 4.
4.
Alrighty, so do not start here. This is not 1/4. This would be 1/4. So don't start counting 1, 2. You gotta jump and then start counting 1. Alright, so let's get going. So here it says we are moving into the I do. So for the next couple of slides where you see this star that says I do, that means you are focusing on Miss Harris. I'm going to do some work. You're paying attention. You're looking very carefully at what I'm doing, because in a minute when we move this star to we do, guess who's going to have to do something then? You guys. And then finally, when that star moves down to you do, that means you are going to have to do it all by what? By yourself. All right, so let's go. So again, our objective for today, you can interpret points between 0 and 1 on a number line, and you can rename whole numbers represented by points on a number line as fractions. And right here, I have a couple of steps, things that I'm going to make sure I do that is going to help me. So right now, it says number 1. So I have this number line from 0 to 1. What are my whole numbers are 0. My whole number is 1. So I just got 0 or 1. Number 1 says, determine the number of parts between each whole number. Right here, I have this rectangle, and that rectangle is helping me to understand that that's the space that's being used to break up that whole. So this rectangle is my first part. And then if I look at it, I can say, oh, well, I think I could get 1, 2, 3 of these rectangles on this number line. Give me a thumbs up if you understand what I'm trying to say. That this rectangle could go 1, 2, 3 times on this number line. So since I have discovered that number 1, that there are 3 spots on my number line, then guess what? 3 is going to be my denominator. 3 is my denominator, because my whole is being broken up into 1, 2, 3 points, 3 parts. Everybody got that?
Yeah.
All right. Then now I got to determine the number of parts I need to get to that point. How many of these spots or these spaces or rectangles will I use until I get to this dot? So I'm thinking, oh, okay, that's 1, and then what? 2. So this fraction is 2/3. The 2 represents, because if I really wanted to redraw, let's even say I wanted to redraw my my rectangle, I could draw like another rectangle right here. Does everybody see that?
Yes.
So now I have 1, I have 2, 2 out of 3, because again, remember, how many total rectangles did I think I could get? I could do 1, 2, what?
3.
3, but it only took me 1 and 2 of them, 2 out of the 3 to get to this point. Snap if you're with me so far, please. Remember, pay attention because your turn is coming up.